Hey guys, Hardcore Hector here, and we're now in October, which means Halloween's right around the corner. And I was kind of thinking, well, for quite some time now, I've been kind of thinking like, what are the scariest Pokemon? What are the Halloween themed Pokemon? I've talked about it on Pokemon forums, usually on IGN. We've had a pretty good discussion back and forth. But actually, I went to the Pokemon website today, and I saw that they're having a Spooky Cup online competition. It says, compete in the Spooky Cup with the creepiest and strangest Pokemon you can find, and only the eeriest Pokemon are allowed in the Spooky Cup online competition. So, of course, I was looking through this list of all the eligible Pokemon. Yeah, a cool thing is that Megastones will not be permitted, which is pretty rare, it seems like, in these competitions or these cups now. Well, I don't know, I'm still kind of new to the cups. And of course, it'll be double battle like usual, level 50. But if you're above level 50, the Pokemon will be set back down to level 50, and you cannot bring any Pokemon from earlier games via Poke Transporter. So those are the rules. And oh yeah, it starts on October 15th this year, 2015. And you'll need a Pokemon Trainer Club. You know, there's all this information, all the rules and stuff. I'll give a link, put it in the description so you guys can check it out. But I wanted to talk about the scary Pokemon that are allowed, and my thoughts on whether or not they should be allowed. Okay, so first, Rattata, Raticate. I guess I can see that because, you know, they're rat Pokemon and stuff. And, you know, for Halloween, usually people use all the animals like the rats and the snakes and the bats, which are in here. Ekans and Arbok, snakes. And they include a Pikachu, not because it's a rat or mouse technically, but because the cosplay Pikachu can wear costumes, and so of course Halloween costumes, so they allow Pikachu for that reason. And Zubat and Golbat because of course they're bats. Then Paras and Parasect. At first I was like, why would they include those? But then I remembered Parasect's Pokedex entry, like the fungus overtook the bug Pokemon or whatever, and it's basically like a dead zombie that the fungus is controlling. So it is a pretty eerie Pokemon if you think about it. And then there's Grimer and Muck, which, I don't know. I started thinking that they just wanted, you know, while I was going through the list, I started thinking that they just wanted to include a bunch of poison type Pokemon. And so I guess they included Grimer and Muck because it's not really a scary or an eerie Pokemon. I don't know, it's just a ball of sludge, I guess. I don't know. Then of course, Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. Of course, we got Ghost Pokemon. Pretty much all Ghost Pokemon should be in here, I would think. Cubone and Marowak. I guess you can kind of say it's eerie because they wear the skull of their dead mother, you know, so. And then there's that huge myth about Cubone actually being a child of a Kangaskhan, and then the Kangaskhan died, and then they wear that skull of them or something. I don't know. Maybe I should talk about all these weird Pokemon myths in some other video. I don't know. Coughing and Wheezing. Well, it is a weird looking Pokemon, but again, it's just a poison type Pokemon. And then Tangela. It's just a bunch of vines. You know, you can't really see the face. Maybe that's what makes it eerie, supposedly. I don't know. And Mr. Mime? Well, it's a clown, and I guess people are afraid of clowns, but other than that, really, Mr. Mime, come on. Ditto. Well, you know, Ditto can transform into any other Pokemon, so I think it should be allowed, I guess, because it'll just transform into an eerie or scary Pokemon, so I guess. Kabuto and Kabutops. Why? What's scary and what's eerie about Kabuto and Kabutops? And we have Hoot Hoot and Noctowl, owl Pokemon. I guess you can say, you know, the owls are kind of scary, you know, in the Halloween theme, sort of. Spinarak and Ariados, spiders. Nobody likes spiders. Totally allowed. Crobat, another bat. Umbreon, say. Well, I was kind of wondering about, you know, the dark type Pokemon. Well, Umbreon is kind of like a black cat, sort of. It's not really a cat, it's not a dog. I think it's more like kind of like a fox type thingy. I'm not really sure, but I would still allow it. But I think they were kind of trying to add some dark type Pokemon, just like they would want to add some poison type Pokemon, and they're not necessarily scary or eerie. I don't know, maybe, maybe not. Let's just continue with the list. So next up, Murkrow. Of course, it's a crow Pokemon. I guess crows are kind of scary, eerie, whatever. I don't know. Mischievous, pure ghost type Pokemon. Totally for it. Unknown. It's I guess it's an Eerie Pokemon because nobody knows about it. They're unknown, but I really wouldn't put it with all the other Halloween Pokemon. But then again, nobody's even really going to use it. Unknown is just a garbage alphabet soup Pokemon. I mean, come on. Nobody's going to be using that. Gligar. It's like, well, it's kind of like a scorpion, like a flying scorpion. I don't know if I would include it, but they included it, whatever. Granbull. Wait a minute, they included Granbull, but not its pre-evolution. What's it called? Snubbull. So they included Granbull, but not Snubbull. And they changed Granbull from a normal to a fairy type in 6th generation. So why is it even added? You know, it's just a bulldog Pokemon. There's nothing eerie or scary about it. I'd take it off the list. Sneasel. It's a Weasel Dark Ice Pokemon. I am kind of on the fence with this one because, again, I sort of thought they would just include it because it's Dark type Pokemon, but it also has that sneaky Weasel kind of feel, so maybe I would keep it. I don't know. Houndour and Houndoom. I would probably keep those because they're kind of like hellish dog Pokemon, you know, and you know, Halloween, hell, fire, dog, something. I don't know, maybe. Mightyena. I don't think I would let that pass because I was barely kind of letting Houndour, Houndoom pass because, you know, the hellish dog. But Mightyena is just a plain dog and it's just dark type, so no. Dustox. It's a moth. No. Shiftry. I didn't even allow the other in the evolutionary chain or whatever. It's just, well, I was gonna say it's just a dark type Pokemon, but then again, it is kind of like a living tree. It's kind of a creepy tree, so I'd give it a pass. I'd say I'd allow Shiftry. Shedinja, definitely, because it's just this freaky bug Pokemon, a shell of the other bug Pokemon that it evolved from, and it's part ghost. And supposedly, if you stare in that hole in its back, then it like sucks your soul out or something. It's just super weird. Speaking of weird Pokedex entries, do you think they would have included like Hypno and Drowsy? Because they supposedly like take kids away and hypnotize them or something, you know? Then Whismur, Loudred, and Exploud. Why they included them? I have no idea. They're just normal type Pokemon that make a lot of noise. Why would you include them in eerie, scary Pokemon Halloween Spooky Cup? Get them out. Sableye definitely would allow ghost dark Pokemon, and it's kind of freaky, and it's like a little goblin thing. I don't know what the heck it is, but yeah, I would definitely allow it. Mawile. I guess I would allow it based on the type or the design, because it has this creepy giant mouth in the back of its head or something, and that thing's freaky. But you know, based on it being like a steel and fairy type, and other than just the design, I wouldn't allow it. But because of the design, I'm allowing it. Then Gulpin and Swalot, same reason I would not allow it for Grimer and Muck. It's just a poison type sludge Pokemon thingy. No. Carvanha, Sharpedo, really? These are just sharks. I know sharks are really freaking freaky, but they're not eerie, scary Halloween Pokemon. It's just, you're just adding them because they're dark types. Same with Cacnea and Cacturn. Well, Cacturn does have a pretty cool design because it's kind of like a scarecrow sort of thing, but Cacnea, not at all. I don't know. Seviper, another snake Pokemon, I guess I would allow it. Lunatone? So you would allow Lunatone but not Solrock, I guess because it's a moon and you kind of want to have the dark Halloween stuff, so it's a moon. I guess that's fine. Baltoy, Claydol. Maybe if you're looking in freaking super old origin, well not origin, super old wives' tale stories of scary stories way back in the day when they had clay dolls and voodoo and witchcraft, then maybe. But if you're not really familiar about that and you're into more modern Halloween stuff, nobody would really get that stuff. Shuppet, Bayonet, is it Bayonet? I don't know how to pronounce that one. But they're ghost type Pokemon, cool, whatever. Same with Duskull and Dusclops. Absol. I would say yeah, not just because it's a dark type Pokemon, because again for the Pokedex entry it says whenever this Pokemon comes around there's always like a disaster going on or something like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like always a bad omen, I believe. Snorunt and Glalie, no. I mean, what's scary about them? Would you just include Glalie because it's a hockey mask and, you know, Friday the 13th, Jason? Would that be the only reason? But then you wouldn't include Snorunt. I mean, what the heck? Drifloon and Drifblim, no. I think they just added them because they're ghost type Pokemon. Mismagius, yes. Honchkrow, yes. Stunky and Skunktank, no. They're just skunks. Skunks aren't even involved in Halloween. I mean, you know what that? Spiritomb, yes. Skorupi and Drapion, I wouldn't, but it's the whole thing with Gligar. It's kind of like a scorpion. Maybe you would include it because of the whole bug scorpion stuff. Maybe, but I don't think so. I don't know. Croagunk and Toxicroak. Poisonous bug? Or poisonous frogs? And I don't know. Well, I guess some people say, you know, they include with Halloween the toads and the frogs. So, sure, add Croagunk and Toxicroak. Weavile, I already kind of talked about it with Sneasel. You know, it's the evolution of Weavile, or of Sneasel. Tangrowth, again, it's just a bunch of vines. Don't include Tangela, don't include Tangrowth. There's nothing scary or eerie about it, in my personal opinion. Glysaur, evolution of, what do you call that? Gligar. So, I already talked about it. Dusknoir, yes. Frostlass, I don't know. It's a ghost ice from Glalie evolutionary line. I don't know if I would include her, but I was looking up some of the Pokedex entries. It says for Heart Gold and Soul Silver, legends in snowy regions say that a woman who was lost on an icy mountain was reborn as a Frostlass. Maybe, but I don't know. It's only in a few Pokedex entries that it says that. I don't know. Sure, add her, why not? Rotom, yes, because it's a creepy ghost electric Pokemon, and then I remember the first time you can only find it in the whole Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. You had to do all the stuff and go into that spooky mansion, and so yeah, I would just include it. Purloin. Isn't that just that fat cat? Purloin. No, that's not the fat one. Its evolution is the fat one, I believe. I wouldn't. You know, it's just another... Well, then again, I guess Black Cats, although it's purple. Oh, and its evolution is not the fat one. I'm thinking of a totally different one. I'm thinking of Purugly, that's what I'm thinking of. But anyways, Purloin, I guess you can kind of include it since it's a dark Pokemon and it's a cat. And so you think Black Cat. So Purloin and Liepard. Is it Li? Or Lee? Liepard? Liepard? I don't know. Woobat, Swoobat. What do you call them? Bat Pokemon. Whirlipede, Scolipede, and Venipede. They're just bugs. I wouldn't include them, you know, there's nothing special about them. Unless you specifically say, oh, bugs have to be included in the Halloween stuff. I don't think that's the case. Spiders, yeah. All bugs, I don't know about that. Basculin, why? It's a piranha type Pokemon, right? It's just a fish. Nah, get the hell out of here. Crocorock and Crocodile. No, they're just crocodiles. Again, they just added them because they're dark type Pokemon. Sigilyph, it's just that weird psychic flying Pokemon. And like, what is it? It's a... I don't even know what the heck it is, but I don't think I would add it. You know, it says the guardians of an ancient city. They use their psychic powers to attack enemies that invade their territory. Nah, just get it out of here. Yamask and Cofagrigus. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce them. But yes, I would include them because it has the whole coffins and the mask and the ghost type Pokemon and all that stuff. So they're good. Garbodor, no. Just another poison sack of sludge, whatever. Zorua and Zoroark. They're just kind of dark type foxes or something. I don't know. I guess maybe you would include them for the same reason as Umbreon. And then in Japan, people say, you know, foxes are a little bit more sneaky. So, I don't know, maybe, maybe not. I'm on the fence with that. Tell me what you guys think. Gothita, Gotharita, Gothitelle. Or is it Gothitelle or Gothit? I don't know. They're just psychic Pokemons. They look really eerie though. They kind of look like, you know, that one chick from Beetlejuice. Lydia, wasn't that her name? So, based on the design, I would include her, but based on being a psychic Pokemon and these Pokedex entries, I wouldn't include her. So, basically the same as Mawile. If you're just going on based on the design, I would include it. Frillish and Jellicent, no. I know they're ghost-type Pokemon, but they're just jellyfish. I mean, come on. Joltik, Galvantula, yes, because they're spiders. Elgium and Behem, they're aliens. I mean, aliens doesn't have anything to do... Well, I don't know if they're really aliens, but they're kind of modeled after aliens. They're psychic Pokemon. It doesn't really have anything to do with Halloween. I wouldn't say they're spooky or eerie or anything like that. Litwick, Lampent, and Chandelure 100% because they're, you know, they're not just that they're ghost type Pokemon, but they're like chandeliers and that come to life. They're like inanimate objects that came to life, you know. And then the whole candle, I don't know, those are some of my favorite Pokemon with the ghost types and then the spookiness. So they have Golurk, but not Golett. It's a ground and ghost Pokemon, as some of you may know. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't seem spooky or eerie. It's just some kind of, I don't want to say a robot. It kind of looks like a robot. It's just another clay doll, I would say, that's possessed by a ghost, maybe. So, maybe include it for the same reasons as Claydol and the other Pokemon that Claydol evolves from. I don't know. Swalus and Hydreigon. Those are just dark dragon Pokemon. I wouldn't include them unless you are just including a bunch of dark type Pokemon. Volcarona. Is that how you pronounce it? Volcarona? That's just a bug and fire Pokemon. Why? It's a sun species or type category, whatever. Why are you adding this? It's just a moth sort of type Pokemon. Well, not exactly a moth. I just wouldn't include it, but they probably included it for the same reason they included Dustox. Esper and Meowstic. They're kind of cat, eerie Pokemon, psychics. I don't know, maybe. Personally, I wouldn't, but if you're gonna try and do this whole cat type stuff and kind of eerie Pokemon, I guess. Honedge, Doublade, and Aegislash. I bet you're gonna be seeing a lot of those Pokemon in the competition. But, again, in Japan, I've noticed in a lot of anime, and I think even video games maybe, there's always these tales of a sword being possessed by some kind of spirit or something, and so I think that's where they got that design from. So it's probably a super old tale in Japan, but outside of Japan, I don't think anybody would add this to a Halloween type list. Melamar, but not its pre-evolution. That's just that psychic, dark, you know, squid Pokemon. I would not include it. I think they're just including it because it's dark type Pokemon. I don't know. Phantom and Trevenant I would definitely include because it's like a spirit ghost type thingy possessing a tree stump and then eventually a bigger tree. So yeah, I would definitely include that. Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist 100% Halloween type Pokemon because they're, you know, pumpkins and ghost type Pokemon and all that stuff. And lastly, Noibat and Noivern. Why they would include that, I have no idea. They're just dragons. They're not even part dark or ghost, aren't they? They're just dragon flying, right? Yeah, just dragon flying and they make a bunch of noise. Did they include them because they make a bunch of noise like Loudred and Exploud? I just don't know some of the reasoning behind some of this. Some of it I guess I can understand. But yeah, that's it. Those are all the Pokemon that are included in the Spooky Cup. Who's going to participate? I think I'm going to participate. Hopefully I will have the time around all my homework and all that good stuff. So yeah, leave a comment telling me what you think about this whole list of Pokemon that can be included in the Spooky Cup. Tell me if you're going to participate. Tell me what kind of Pokemon you're going to be using. And I don't know, would you add any other Pokemon to this list of spooky Pokemon? I don't know. I don't think I would. But I would have to go through all 721, I think it is, Pokemon to really know for sure. And I just do not have that time. So that's it. I'm Hardcore Hector. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more Pokemon related stuff, video game related stuff that's not always just Pokemon, and all that good stuff. So yeah, see you guys later.